Hi, John Morgan here with the Keep Growing podcast. I planned on going to a once-monthly podcast schedule almost a year ago. But if you follow our other content, you might have noticed that I pretty much stopped releasing anything that required my voice or video last year. That's because I spent a significant amount of time at the James Cancer Center in Columbus, Ohio. You see, for the last 2 years, my father has been battling cancer. Right now, I'm staying with him as we navigate hospice care. For this season of the Keep Growing podcast, I'm going to attempt to take things in a bit of a different direction. I listen to a bunch of short, weekly, or daily news podcasts. Since I'm unable to do our weekly episode of Bob's Live on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, I'm going to bring it here. Each week we'll take a look at the weather forecast for the Mid-Ohio Valley, where Bob's and most of our listeners are located, and also what you can do in the garden according to our almanac, Uncle Jim's Almanac. And also any other timely gardening advice for our region. My plan is to shoot for a short 5 to 10 minute update that you can hopefully use to plan your gardening week ahead. For this episode, we're on the brink of kicking off the full summer gardening season where we're free from the danger of frost. You might already have some crops growing like snow peas, cabbage, kale, lettuce, and other cold-hardy crops. While the danger of frost is still lingering about for many of us, you might already have some flowers in pots or landscape beds. I just planted some petunias yesterday here at my dad's house. Up first, let's take a look at the upcoming weather forecast for April 27th to May 4th. Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Right now, we're looking at a warm start to the week with temperatures in the 80s. A cold front moving through midweek with nighttime lows in the 40s and daytime highs in the 70s, and then gradually warming back into the 80s going into next week. At the time of recording, it looks like there's a chance of rain as the cold front moves through, and it doesn't look like there's any frost lurking in the forecast. However, if we do have a frost advisory, I will send out a notification email and post it on our website and social media channels. For current weather, you can always check out the Weather Center page on our website under the How-To section at Uncle Jim's Almanac. Speaking of Uncle Jim's Almanac, this week we're looking at the time where you can now sow your sweet corn. Monday is the time to start grafting tomato plants. On Tuesday, Passover ends, and it's also suggested that you turn your compost to keep it cooking. Then heading into May 1st on Wednesday, we have the first quarter moon, and it's an excellent time to seed or transplant parsley outdoors. On Thursday, May 2nd, transplant onions, seed fennel, and plant fingerling potatoes. You know, potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Finally, on Saturday, May 4th, be with you, it's time to sow beans and head lettuce. Head over to our website at bobsmarket.com for show notes, helpful gardening tips, recipes, and more. In this week's show notes, I'm including a video about planting corn and beans. And of course, until next time, keep growing.